Time to end this.
Kill him, strip him, then dump him in a ditch! Don't get feared! Kill you, you scurvy! Gonna kill you! Raise tits! Kill him!
To the forest for brushwood yesterday. Do you not hear the huntsman? That some fiend prowls the thickets?
What am I to think I used to be wagon showed on market days? You're a heartless man. I have a coin at my old home.
Same old song since you moved there. Then
But
go on, live there.
it's infested with beasts.
Not my problem. Get the hell out of the house, you Not one of the Baron's men, are you?
What was that about?
What's become of me in me elder years? Refused a roof over me head by a common churl. I was born a noble's daughter. My brother and I, we managed the manor for years.
What happened to him?
A caller came one day. A drifter, a hunter. It wasn't long before we fell in love and wed. We prepared to leave the manor. My brother, he took offence, refused to bid me farewell. Years on I returned, but found no sign of him. Folk claimed monsters had infested our home, come to nest there.
I could take care of those monsters for you.
You're a witcher, right? No ordinary man would be so eager. Don't fret. It's all the same to me, provided you're honest. The house is east of here. Take this key. Once you've driven off the beasts, look for a chest. My treasure. Savings, really. They're yours.
What'll that leave you with?
A roof over my head is all I need. And if it comes to it, I've other heirlooms to sell. But I know you witchers don't work for free. I could never let you go without honest pay. Gods keep you.
Give me a slingshot. Gonna hunt bears.
Announcement. The inhabitants of the villages of Downwarren and Lindenvale are hereby ordered to report to the Nilfgaardian Army Group's center camp to perform labor for the Empire. Lists of assigned residents and their designated days of service have been provided to the village aldermen. Those caught evading their duties shall be flogged. Commander, Army Group Center Camp.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
Ever eaten tree bark? Me. What?
Got anything interesting? A game of Gwent. How about it?
Missing dog. My dog's gone missing. Brown with these little white patches. Goes by Teddy. It's a terrible loss because I've been having him scavenge the battlefield and he'd already put on a bit of fat. Whoever helps me find him gets a share of the meat and tallow. Mahdi. Few words about Bifrin. May it be known throughout the land that Bifrin's a fool and a lout who borrows yet never returns, respects no laws, divine or human, and rides roughshod over the virtue of maidens. May drowners pull him to a watery grave. Peat diggers wanted. Looking for peat diggers. 'Tis hard work, but I pay on time. In Novigrad crowns. If you don't know the trade but fear no work, I'll show you the ropes. Anyone interested, come to the camp. First day's an unpaid trial. Warning, I only hire the best. Leslie. Contract. Monster in the cemetery. People of Lindenvale and thereabouts. If you've got any notion of wandering over to the graveyard, rid yourself of it at once, for some evil's taken it over, digging up graves and doing other such damage. Lately it's begun preying on any who enter, and has even kidnapped the miller's lad. So if you've an ounce of sense, stay far from it, and if you've the courage and skill, slay the monster for us, and your efforts will surely be rewarded. We'll take that. Contract on, gods know what on. Good folk. Walking the woods recently, I spied some odd tracks and couldn't for the life of me figure out what left them, even though I've many a hunt under my belt. You know me, I'm not one to make a fuss, but I can't help but reckon they bode ill, and we all should be on guard. And if anyone's seen something or figures he can identify the tracks, come see me. There's a reward. Huntsman of Lindenvale. We'll take that one as well.
My young'uns to get mushrooms yesterday.
To the woods? Alone?
You know how it is. Had too many mouths to feed.
What kind of mother...
Geralt took a contract the gravedigger of Lindenvale had hung on the village's notice board. It seemed the village cemetery was full of monsters who seized children as their victims.
More food for the rest now.
Won't be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
Went to the forest for brushwood yesterday.
Do you not hear the huntsman? That some fiend prowls the thickets.
What am I to heat my hut with? Cowpats? We've had none of those since they stole the cattle.
Stolen others free. The great feast tonight will be ravens, worms, and creeping rats. We'll have a multi treat of thee.
Hear about the job. Seems you've got a problem. Some graves get dug up.
If that were only it. Every now and then, a vile beast would come round the graveyard, devour what's fresh, then move on. Started again not long past. Thought to myself, just don't step out after dark and lock your door tight. And then a young'un went missing.
From the graveyard?
Nay, from the village. Little snotter wouldn't have come here of his own. And I'd heard something like a whimper in the night.
Didn't bother to come out, see what was happening?
Think me daft? If you've monsters, you need a witcher.
See if I can learn what's out there.
Loaded with all kinds of fat. Smoked bacon, lard, sausage. Now it's acorn flour and
There's what little hope's left.
Ghouls dug up the graves. Then the stench of decay attracted wild dogs, but neither ghouls nor dogs steal kids. Dug up. No tools used, though. Dug up with a hoe? Nope. Claw marks right there. Grave's been dug up. Recently. Smell of cadaverine's old, though. Overripe. Wonder where the stench will lead me. Whatever filth lives here sure chose an unusual place for its lair. Creature can use tools. Means it's sapient, or just plain clever. Somebody's doing some cooking. This, it's a human femur. A child's. Human skulls in a magic circle. Monsters clearly using them, drawing strength from the place of power. Gotta be a grave hag. Collected the skulls to draw the power through them. Confidence grew enough it started prowling the village. Need to take the skulls, force it to go back to the cemetery. I'll get it there. That ought to really piss it off. Now to lay low in the cemetery. It's likely to crawl out after dark.
Continuing his tour of rural Velen, Geralt stopped by the village of Lindenvale. There he came across a grief-stricken old woman. The cause of her woe, she was homeless, a monster having made its nest in her family manor and forced her into a rental situation elsewhere that had recently proven unaffordable. When Geralt approached her, she asked him to rid her manor of this beast. In return, she gave him a precise token, the key to the chest in which she claimed to keep her life savings. Geralt couldn't refuse to help an elderly person in need, especially not one so eager to reward him handsomely for it, and so decided to do as she asked.
manor the old woman mentioned. Tripwire. Never known a monster to set a trap. Someone's here. Problem solved. Traps everywhere.
While traversing the inhospitable lands of Velen, Geralt came across an abandoned farming estate. Upon entering the estate's farmhouse, he discovered that, though seemingly uninhabited, it was crammed full of deadly traps. Someone clearly did not want any uninvited guests snooping around the place. Geralt decided to find out who and why.
Gotta be careful. One less to worry about. Been here in a long time. Strange. Wall looks like it was put up later than the others. Skeleton in the closet. Happens in the best families. A man. In his 30s, 40s maybe. A couple of pages missing. Torn out. And thus I die. In darkness of hunger and thirst. God's had mercy.
Loose scraps of paper. And so the time has come for me to die, of starvation in the dark alone in my own manor, while my servants bring in a fresh harvest just beyond these walls. My cries are in vain. No sound escapes from this stony grave, from the tomb that fiend Roderick sealed me in. Yet that is not the worst wrong he has done me. He stole my Dolores. And so I curse him. 1,000 curses I call upon Roderick of Gorz Velen, not for taking my life, but for taking from me the one who gave my life meaning. If anyone ever finds my remains in this letter, please seek out my sister, Dolores Reardon, and tell her the truth, that I was killed by the man who seduced her, the man she left me for, the scoundrel Roderick of Gorz Velen. He struck me from behind, dragged me here, and then walled me in while I lay unconscious. He did not even have the courage to slit my throat. Yet despite it all, I hope he brings her happiness. If so, I will rest in peace. But if he fails her, my ghost will haunt him to the end of his miserable life, and he will die as I have, alone and forgotten.
tripwire. Problem solved. One less to worry about. 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 Movement. Ought to keep my ears open. Rustling. Over there. Look like twins. Old woman's brother. Must be. One less to worry about. A tripwire. One less to worry about. A tripwire. Wonder what door this opens. A tripwire. Problem solved. A journal. Little wear and tear. Someone's journal.
Dolores Reardon's diary. The 3rd of Fiain. Hot summer days have come earlier than usual this year. Humbert has grown unbearable. He gets angry whenever I accompany the milkmaids to the river. Says I'm not to fraternize with the help, but what makes him truly furious is when I converse with Jan and Fred. He claims a well-born lady should not mix with men of lower rank, that doing so undermines his rightful authority over them. Perhaps once the summer swelter begins to fade, he'll become more tolerable. The 20th of Fiain. The boredom weighs heavier and heavier upon me. I love my brother and am glad we did not sell the estate after our parents died, but at times I daydream of what it would be like to live somewhere else, with other people. The 43rd of Fiain. We've a guest. He's the son of a lord from somewhere near Gorsvellen. A hunt took him across our land and he asked for lodging. Oh, what joy! Finally, something is happening. The 15th of Lammas. The time has come to admit it. I love Roderick, and I feel he loves me too. I hope Humbert will be pleased. The 18th of Lammas. I told Humbert about Roderick and me. He flew into a rage. He said that match was out of the question. Perhaps I could convince him otherwise. 21st of Lammas. Humbert remains implacable, but I shan't abandon the love of my life for him. If I'm left with no other choice, I will run away with Roderick.
Rustling's coming from the barn. One less to worry about. Somebody lived here once. Dolores. Something here. The chest. One less to worry about. Something's not right. A tripwire. Problem solved. A tripwire. Problem solved. One less to worry about. A sort of attic. Gotta get up there somehow. Might be just long enough to reach that upper level. Let's see what's up there.
Bravo, Geralt. Avoided all my traps.
Letho.
Yeah, didn't expect to see you either. You one of them?
Them? You know I work alone. Question is, what are you doing here?
Waiting for them. The ones trying to kill me.
Well, got nothing to fear from me. Took a job from an old woman. Supposed to get rid of the monsters here.
Did that already. Count on you remembering that when you collect your pay.
Who'd you piss off this time?
Emperor just decided to get rid of me. I'm an inconvenient witness after all. I've run into loads of men out to kill me ever since I left Loch Muin.
Now I understand all the traps.
Gotten real careful.
For good reason. Don't look a bit like lost travelers.
They're not. Means Lewis sold me out.
Lewis?
Old friend, kinda. Did a few jobs together once a while past. Lewis recommended this place to me.
So maybe those men down below wound up here by accident.
Eat my own boot before I believe that. Gotta get rid of them. Coming?
Lead the way. We got a plan of attack?
Yeah. Improvise.
Not your lucky day.
Goddamn fools.
Shoddily armed for assassins.
They're just scats. Came to see if Lewis was telling the truth. Rest must be waiting nearby.
And your old pal probably knows where.
He was the only one knew I'd be here. Must have told them. Think me and him are due for a little chat.
Could be interesting. Love to see it.
Come along. Sight of two witches should loosen his tongue that much quicker. Stay close to me. It's one of those places that's hard to find if you don't know where to look.
Miss Lewis. Somehow doubt he's one of your best friends.
You know how it is in this trade. Drink with someone in the evening, check if he's robbed you in the morning.
How'd you meet?
Was before Foltest kissed this world goodbye. Lewis was a wanted man in Aedirn. Hefty bounty on his head and normal contracts were hard to come by. So I decided to catch the bastard and make some coin. Tracking him down proved easier than killing a drowner. He was, merrymaking at the Golden Hanged Man, smack in the middle of Hag. Nabbed him, tied him up, but the guard post didn't open till dawn. So we had a few hours. Started talking, killing time. Chat was so nice that once dawn came, I let him go.
And that's why you trusted him? Felt he owed you one?
I was stupid. Stupidity can cost you, but betrayal costs even more.
Crumpled notes. Soldiers have come. Whether ours or theirs, don't know. Don't really matter anymore. I heard them riding down the road. Hid. Nailed the door shut. Maybe they won't get in. They spent the whole night killing and raping. I saw it all through the cracks in the wall. Bit my finger to the bone trying to keep from screaming. Don't know if anyone else managed to hide. Maybe not. I saw them drag Antosh out. He had hid in the fields next to the haystack where he'd stashed his things. They flailed him. They've heard me. Know I'm in here. I didn't open up when they pounded. Thought they'd burn me out just like they did those who hid in the granary. Then they got on their horses, rode off. Quiet now. All I can hear is the flies circling the bodies. I tried to knock the door open the window, dig myself out, make a hole in the wall or the roof. Nothing doing. I heard people who come to rob corpses. Don't know of what. All's left is soiled shirts and foot wrappings. I called for help. They didn't answer. Only ones who will come now are the ghouls.
Hey-ya!
Slow now. Whoa.
Slow now. Letho. Greetings. Good to see you, alive and well.
Oh, yeah?
Course! We're old mates, ain't we? Who's your friend?
Doesn't matter. And don't change the subject.
Subject? What subject? You just arrived. Sit down. Care for a drink?
I don't drink with traitors and rats.
Whoa, let's be civil now. Remember, you're on my turf.
Arno Vestor's men showed up at the manor. You were the only one knew I was there.
They've been nipping at your heels for a while. Said so yourself. Perhaps they finally caught a whiff.
With your help.
You've not been here 5 minutes, and already you've offended me twice.
No insult worthy of scum like you.
Careful, men! They're witches! Witches don't attack humans!
Made an exception for you.
Damn, you're a thief.
Lie still or you'll bleed to death. Tell me where Vestor's men are. I'll give you something to staunch the bleeding.
They're north of here. In Lindenvale.
I'm curious. How much does the life of an old mate get you these days?
Things been shy of late. And we fell afoul of the Black Ones. Vestor showed up one day, offered half of the bounty on your head, and a letter of absolution from the Emperor. You gotta understand, you don't say no to an offer like that.
I understand.
Hey, my medicine!
Gotta understand, Lewis. You don't betray men like me. Time to see Vestor.
Going with you.
This rabid dog's here! Now leave me alive! Have mercy! Horses! Damn you!
Come on. Arno Vestor. Nilfgaardian name.
From Metner, I think. But he's hunted and killed everywhere from the far south to the Dragon Mountains.
Why have I never heard of him?
Goon goes by different names. Brandon Vilf, Apple Saxon, Manfred Wimplebottoms.
Manfred Wimplebottoms. Good name for a clown.
Ones he's done in sure weren't laughing. Preferred method, rip the teeth out one by one, and cut the mouth open ear to ear. It's how they punish deadbeat debtors in the Nilfgaardian underworld.
Quite the career. Underworld to serving the Emperor and his court.
Yeah, scum does usually float to the top.
Whoa!
Damn.
I'll rip off your melon and stick down your neck!